Hello everyone again. Just wanted to go over some things with you, specifically on adding and subtracting fractions and how we can use those in engineering and STEM. Okay, so we're going to take a basic fraction, okay? So we're going to add, let's say, 2/3 plus, let's say, 3/6. I'm going to tell you ahead of time that you'll have different people that do this different ways. This is just the way that helps me. Whatever way that your instructor, your teacher, your business wants you to follow, whatever process it is, you want to make sure to follow that process. But this is the process that I learned, and this is a process that is good for me. All right. So remember, your top number is called your numerator, and your bottom number is called your denominator. Okay, numerator and denominator. So in order to add fractions, you have to get a common denominator. You can't just add 2/3 and 3/6. You just can't do that. So you have to add a common. You have to find out what number is common between the two of them. Okay, and so just by looking at them, I can tell that 6 is the common denominator. Okay, so what I have to do is I have to multiply this by something that will make the denominator the same as this. Obviously that is 2. So I'm going to multiply this by 2. Now remember, whatever you do to the bottom, you also have to do to the top in order to keep the same fraction. So I'm going to multiply the top by 2 as well. So that's going to give me, I'm going to drop this down. So 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 2 is 6. And then plus 3, 6. Now, because I have my common denominator, okay, since I have my common denominator, now I can add these, okay? So that's going to be 7, 6, okay? And obviously, I can make this an improper, right now it's an improper fraction, but I can make it a mixed number. Obviously, you can make things a mixed number by dividing the top number by the bottom. Okay? So that is how you would go ahead and add a fraction. I'm going to do this again. I'm going to show you a second example. Okay? So let's try something where we have to change the denominator for both of these. Okay, so let's do 2/3 plus, let's do 5/7. Okay, so I can't add them because they're not common. So the first thing I have to do is find the common denominator. Okay. So a common denominator, 3 times 2 is 6, times 3 is 9, times 4 is 12, times 5 is 15, times 6 is 18, times, 3 times 7. Okay, 3 times 7. So 21 would be my common denominator. Okay? So what I have to do, what do I have to multiply 3 to get 21? I have to multiply it by 7. Okay, so whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top, times 7. So 3 times 7, there's my 21. 2 times 7 is 14. You got it. Plus, I have to do the same thing for this. So 21 is my common denominator. So 7 times 3 gives me 21, okay? So whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top. So 5 times 3 is 15. Okay? Now I can add them up. 14 plus 15 is 29. 21st. Okay? So that is how you add fractions. Any questions? Hope you get it. Do well.